What you think the state of play is now, if we're primed for this year-end move, or if the market is telling us, I'm tired, I need to regroup, I need a rest before I restart.
No, I don't think that. I can't wait to hear Stephanie Ling talk about Stanley Works Black & Decker. Stanley Black & Decker, what does that say? It says that we are about to have a wave of money, a wall of money, a tsunami of money coming at us, of which, by the way, many people do not need, and unfortunately, many people need a lot more. And I've got to tell you, one of the things I have learned, Judge, is that when money comes from the federal government, some of it ends up trying to eat, and a lot of it ends up in the market. So, no, I think that what we're seeing already are bets being played, and it's NASDAQ. It's NASDAQ. And it's anybody who thinks that it's not NASDAQ, I think should really just rethink their attitude about buying the banks and buying the food stocks. This is housing and semis tech. That's how I'm looking at it.
So
I'm not bearish.
Okay.
This isn't a couple years ago when the Fed decided to ruin our vacations and we had to come on TV and my wife wanted to leave me. I don't see that happening this time.
So you said this really sets us up perfectly for where I want to take the conversation next. Because, Jim, you said last night on Mad Money, I'd worry not being bullish enough.
Well,
but John Najarian today, here's the notes. This blew me away coming from you, John, because you've generally been positive on the market. You said, quote, and this is what you told one of our producers, I'm getting closer to ringing the register on everything. I'm raising cash in the next few weeks. I have almost 20% right now, and it will keep going up. The retail number was absolute beep. It was terrible. If we don't get more stimulus, we will dip into recession Q1. Lack of stimulus has created real damage. It looks, though, like, John, we are going to get some kind of stimulus, but yet I read this, that you're closer to ringing the register on everything, and I say, why?
Buy rumors, sell news, Scott. If they surprised us with a stimulus that was bigger than anticipated rather than smaller, then that would be one thing. But I think, Scott, that there's going to be a difficult time. We've heard it time and time again from both the present administration, the incoming administration, that this is going to be a dark period. I do think they're right. And I think that this money took way too long to get out to people. Obviously, it's still not out there yet, Scott. It will be half the size of the last one. Instead of $600 a week, it'll be $300 from what we read. It'll be a $600 check overall for other families, and that's versus $1,200 previously, Scott. So I don't see a reason not to pull some off. Now, am I exiting everything? No. But I'm lightening up on virtually everything in little bits on rallies. And I've raised cash from about a 4% holding just a couple weeks ago to close to 20% now. And I anticipate that that will keep going based on what we heard today, even if we do finally get that stimulus, which, as we all know, won't really be trickling out to people until well through January, past the incoming administration.
I couldn't agree more with you about your comments and sentiment about the money being late and not enough, and the fact that there are an awful lot of people who are hurting out there. However, the market has been largely disconnected. It's like, I feel bad even saying it. No. The market's been disconnected from that for many, many, many months because, and now we have a vaccine that's here. We have a stimulus, it seems, that's coming. And Jay Powell later today, Doc, is going to say, I'm not even thinking about, and he may throw another thinking about on top of the cake.
Yeah.
So doesn't that make you want to be in the market?
Again, and so you and I would both say if I'm only 20% in cash, and that means I'm 80% exposed to the market, right, Scott? So it's not like I've exited and I'm saying, oh, this is so great just sitting around in cash. I don't like it. In fact, a lot of the cash that I raise has been going into crypto, which I'm very happy about. But I'm looking right now, Scott, at the real possibility that this will be weeks and months into the recovery. I'm delighted that the vaccines are rolling out. I root for that and for the healthcare workers that are helping get this out there, along with Pfizer and Moderna and everybody else. But that is in the future. That is priced in my opinion, anyway. So this is where I guess I have that this disagreement with Jim. Jim says not bullish enough in his case, and I think a lot of folks are maybe too bulled up at this point, Scott.
Okay, so look, I want to get to everybody else, but Jim, how do you respond to that?
Well, look, I am always worried about the Fed, constantly. All right, Fed could be your enemy. Fed can be your friend. When the Fed's your enemy, you're dead. Everything I heard from John makes it so that the pressure is on Jay Powell to keep rates lower. We take that off the table. I am not recommending everything. I am saying that it's got to be related to housing or it's got to be related to tech. I really don't even care about the other stuff. And I mentioned this because last night I'm watching Melissa's show. People hate FANG again. I mean, like, every time they hate FANG, I am a believer in FANG. When I see a 10% organic growth from a tool company, from a company that makes saws? What does that say? What does that say? I'm not saying that says you got to go buy First Horizon. I'm saying you got to go buy Home Depot.
You got to buy Stanley Black & Decker, Stephanie Link.